In this video, I will guide you through the installation of Kali Linux 2024 in a VirtualBox on a Windows 11 PC. Now, this is a step-by-step guide to installing the new Kali Linux 2024 on VirtualBox. The version we will be installing is Kali Linux 2024.2. Now, this is the updated video to the previous one I have made a few months ago. Now watch this video till the end and learn how to install Kali Linux 2024 in a VirtualBox on a Windows 11 PC. Now without further ado, let's get started. Since we are installing Kali Linux in a VirtualBox, you must have enabled hardware virtualization on your PC or laptop. Now by default, this feature is enabled and allows you to run and test any OS in a virtual environment. If it's not enabled, you need to check the BIOS settings and turn on hardware virtualization. Once it's enabled, you can verify the status by opening the Windows Task Manager, then select CPU and you can check virtualization status. It's time to start installing Kali in a VirtualBox on a Windows 11 PC. Before starting this video, I want to mention that we are going to install Kali Linux on top of Windows 11 running inside an isolated environment which has nothing to do with Windows 11. Additionally, on your Windows 11 computer, you need to have at least 50 GB of free space or higher. Now go ahead, open your favorite web browser, head over to this link and download the VirtualBox for Windows PC. Then scroll down a bit and download the Oracle VirtualBox extension pack, which supports RDP, disk encryption, NVMe, and PXE boot. Just go ahead and click on all supported platforms to download it. Now once it's done, head over to the second link and click on this button to download Kali Linux. At the time of recording this video, Kali Linux 2024.2 is the latest version. You can choose the default recommended 64-bit ISO or the Everything ISO that contains every possible tool. For now, I will choose the standard ISO. Once VirtualBox and Kali ISO are downloaded, place them on your desktop for easier navigation. Then double-click on the VirtualBox installer and follow the on-screen instructions to install it. Once it's installed, double-click on VBox extension pack and install it. Now restart the VirtualBox. This is the main user interface of VirtualBox. We are going to create a virtual machine for Kali Linux. To do so, click on the New button, name the virtual machine, and choose the folder location where all the VM files will be stored. Then set the type as Linux, and for the version, choose Debian 64-bit. Now click on Next. Then allocate the RAM and CPU cores for the Kali Linux virtual machine. I'm going to use 8 GB of RAM out of 24 GB and 3 CPU cores out of 6 for faster performance. Now make sure the slider stays within the green zone, then click on Next. Now allocate the storage space of 20 GB or higher. In my case, I have around 300 GB of free space on my host computer, and I'm going to use 50 GB for Kali. And this is the summary of the virtual machine. Just go ahead and click on Finish. And that's it. We have created the Kali Linux virtual machine. By selecting it, click on Settings, choose General, Advanced, and set the shared clipboard as bidirectional. This allows clipboard sharing between Windows 11 or host OS and Kali Linux. I'm not going to enable drag and drop. I will leave it disabled. Then I will leave the system settings to default. Next, select Display from the sidebar and increase the video memory to the maximum. Now make sure to uncheck the option for 3D acceleration, as many users have reported that enabling it will crash the virtual machine if you don't have the dedicated graphics card with at least 2 GB of video memory. It's recommended to uncheck this option. Now select Storage. Under the IDE controller, click on Empty. Then click on this DVD icon and choose a disk file. Go ahead and import the Kali Linux ISO. Next, I'm going to select Network. If you want this virtual machine to be accessed by another computer within a network, it's better to choose a bridged adapter and select the built-in network interface. That way, Kali Linux will have its own IP address and can be accessed from a remote computer via SSH. In my case, I will choose the default NAT that uses the host IP address and emulates the internet connection. Then I will leave the other options to default and untouched. And that's it, we have finished configuring the virtual machine. It's time to start the VM. To do so, click on the Start button. If you have reached this point, congratulations, you are on the right track. If you encounter any errors after starting the virtual machine, ensure you have enough free space left on your Windows computer and that the hardware virtualization feature is enabled. Then click inside the virtual machine and use the arrow keys on your keyboard to scroll through the options. Select the graphical install and press the Enter key to boot into the installer. Now keep in mind, when you click inside a virtual machine, the cursor control will be bound to the guest OS. To release it, press the right control key on your keyboard to regain the control of the cursor on the host OS. Now go ahead and set the system language. Then select your location and set the keyboard language. Now leave Kali as the hostname and click on Continue. For the domain name, leave it empty. Then create a user account and password. You have to remember the username and password as they are required to log in into Kali later. Now choose to use the entire disk. Then select the virtual disk, choose all-in-one partition, and finish partitionizing the virtual drive. After a few minutes, you will see this window to choose the desktop environment. I have tried XFCE and GNOME, both work fine without any issues. If your PC is not powerful, you can stick to XFCE. In my case, I will stick to default XFCE desktop environment for a lag-free experience. And lastly, you need to install the grub bootloader. Now choose yes and continue. Then select the virtual drive and continue to finish the installation. Now once the installation is complete, click on continue to reboot. You don't have to remove the installation media. VirtualBox will do it automatically for us. And voila, now you can see the login screen. Now enter the username and password to log in. Let me jump into full screen mode. From the menu bar, choose View and select full screen, or you can hold right control key on your keyboard and press letter F. Now let me go ahead and open the terminal and show you the installed version of Kali Linux. Also, let's try running the ping command. Now, as you can see, I'm receiving the packets, which means the internet connection is working fine without any issues. The first thing to do after installing Kali Linux inside a VirtualBox is to take a snapshot. It's like creating a restore point in a game. If something goes wrong later, you can quickly go back to this restore point and avoid reinstalling everything. To take a snapshot, click on Machine and then take Snapshot. Then name the snapshot and click on OK. It will take a few seconds to capture. Once it's done, you are good to go. It's time to install the VirtualBox Guest Edition tools that will enable clipboard sharing, improve the performance of the virtual machine, and provide more functionalities. Now, this is an optional feature and is not mandatory. Anyway, to install VBox Guest Editions, open the terminal and run this command to update the package manager. Then type this command to install kernel headers for the installed kernel. Once it's done, reboot your computer. Now, using the menu bar, select Devices and choose Insert Guest Editions. Once it's mounted, open the File Manager and you will see a CD icon on the sidebar. Click on it, copy all the files, and paste them into the Downloads directory. Then right-click on this directory and choose Open Terminal here. Now type ls to see all the files. We need to install this file to enable all the extra features of the VirtualBox. To do so, change the permissions of this file by running this command. Then type this command to execute the package. Then type yes to continue. And that's it. Guest edition support is added to Kali Linux virtual machine. Now restart the VM one more time to effect these changes. This is how you properly install Kali Linux in a VirtualBox on any Windows PC or laptop. If in case you decide to delete the Kali Linux virtual machine, shut down the VM, then head over to the main user interface of VirtualBox. From the sidebar, select the virtual machine and right-click on it and choose Remove and then select Delete All Files. And that's pretty much it. What do you guys think about it? If you have any questions or queries, do post them in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. This has been KSKRL. I will see you in the next one.